Hi guys, today we are going to learn how to record the script in Vugen. In our previous tutorial, we have seen about Vugen recording option. Let's see what we are going to cover in this session. Protocol, Protocol Advisor, Transaction, LoadRunner Sample Application, Vugen Script Recording through Tool Demo. Protocol. It is the language that application use to communicate to backend. The very first thing we must know before initiating for scripting is about the protocol that application is using. Previously, performance tester has to depend much on development team to know about the protocol, or they have to do a lot of hard work to find the protocol that application is using. But now we have Protocol Advisor. LoadRunner provides a great help to us in form of Protocol Advisor in version 9.5 onwards. Protocol Advisor detects the protocol that application is using and suggests us all possible protocol in which script can be created to simulate the real user. In this way, Protocol Advisor helps in making the process of script creation faster and more focused. Transaction. It is end-to-end measurement of user action. For example, if you click on login button, immediately browser sends a request to the server and server responds to the request, due to which you are able to log in and see the home page. So this is login transaction. LR start transaction and LR end transaction are the functions used to create transaction. Let's take an example. We have requests 1, 2, 3 and 4. An action on application can trigger one or many requests to the server. So request 1 and 2 are examples of such action. So here transaction TN1 is measuring the response time of request 1 and 2, whereas transaction TN2 is measuring the response time of request 4. As request 3 is not enclosed by any transaction function, its response time is not measured. LoadRunner sample application. LoadRunner provides a web sample application which can be used to learn performance testing with LoadRunner. The application is HP Web Tour application which can be used to book flight ticket online. The key functionality or transactions of this application are launch application, login to application, ticket booking, ticket cancellation, logout. Let's jump on the tool to see all these along with script recording. During the script recording, we will see how to create transaction and insert validation point in form of text check. Here is a shortcut created for HP LoadRunner from program files. Let's get into this. Here is a sample folder which is having sample application. HP Web Tour application is the sample application. Start web server is the local server of this sample application and needs to invoke this before accessing the application. Before starting the server, let's launch the application. We are getting this error as server is not running. Let's start web server exe to start the server. So now we are free to access the application. Let's invoke the application. So we have our application up and running. Let's copy the URL. To see how the Protocol Advisor works, we have to launch Vugen from application folder. Here is the shortcut to invoke protocol advisor. I am going to launch protocol advisor from file option to analyze application. Here is the protocol advisor dialog box. According to our application, we should select internet application as application type. We can also go for Win32 application. Let's copy the URL. Now I am going to give you a walkthrough to the application. Meanwhile, protocol advisor will scan the application. I am going to hit OK button. You can see the events that protocol advisor is redirecting going up. So this is the launch page. From sign up now, you can create your user. I'm going to log into the application now through login button. You can see the events going up. So on the left hand side is the menu option. Flights option provides access to book the ticket. Through itinerary we can view the ticket and cancel the ticket. Home page option can be done from home option. Sign off to log off to the application. So let's book the ticket. Okay, to find the flight we have to provide the details. Departure date. Okay, I want window seat. I'm going to hit continue. So here are the flight options. Out of them I have to select one. I have selected 5 p.m. flight. I'm going to hit continue. Navigate to the next page. This is a payment detail page. Here no need to provide any details for security reasons. Just hit continue button and we got our invoice. So the ticket has been booked. Let's navigate to the itinerary option to see the book ticket. You can see the events is still going up. That means protocol advisor is still scanning whole of the application. Look like server is taking a little longer to respond to the request. Okay, so this is our ticket we just booked. I'm going to select this and cancel checked option will cancel the ticket. So no flight has been reserved. Through home option, let's navigate to the home page. Through sign off, let's log off to the application. So this was the walkthrough to the application. I'm just going to close this browser and hit stop analyzing button on the dialog box. Okay, so this is the results from protocol advisor. Let's save this. There is another option, open results, that will provide access to see already saved results. So I'm going to save the result. So result has been saved now. Okay, so protocol advisor suggests us 3 protocols that we can use for scripting. We can try each one of them one by one. Some cases the first protocol suggested on result is not the perfect fit. In such cases, open save result page and try another suggested protocol in the result page. For script demo purpose, we will go with web HTTP HTML protocol. In majority of the cases, this protocol is used. We can start recording either by clicking on this link or by traditional way through new recording option. Let's check both of them. So I'm going to click this button. So you can see start recording dialog coming up. Now let's try another option as well. I'm going to close this. I don't want to say this. So new. So this will give us option to select the protocol. So I want to select new virtual user, new single protocol script, and I will go with web HTTP HTML protocol. Let's hit create. So we got start recording option. Okay, so as a part of best practice, we should clear the cache of the browser we are going to use, so that Vugen record all the events and cache nothing. So please do that. And here is the option which give us access to recording option. So it's again a good practice to see all the recording settings before moving ahead. Looks good. Web HTTP HTML protocol we are going to use. Look fine. Okay, one important thing, always try to go with unchecking this option, as this will provide option to automate correlation during recording. So make sure this option is not checked. We will discuss this in detail in our upcoming tutorials. And okay, fine. Before moving ahead, I would like to talk about a little bit about actions. So we know that there are three sections in a script: user init, action, and user end. Let's have a modular approach for recording. This gives us more control over a script. So for each functionality, I'm going to create a new action, and later we will call these action in main action. So I'm not going to record in any of these, rather I'm going to create new action from new button available over here. Okay, so now whatever get recorded, it will be within action login until unless we change it and create a new one. I'm going to hit login button. You can see the events are getting scanned. So this is our launch page. Before moving ahead, I would like to discuss about this floating options. This is for recording. This is to stop the recording. This is to pause the recording. This one to select the action in which you want to record the script. This option is to create new action during recording. This is to start the transition. This is to end the transition. Insert rendezvous point. Insert comment. Insert text check. So I'm just going to insert login. Comment for login. Okay, so we are already late to start our first transaction, that is launch, as the page was already launched by the time. So we will replace the start transaction once the script is generated. So for now, let's do it. And before closing this, we have to put a unique verification point in form of text check, and that is required on every web page, so that confirm that we successfully landed on the right page. So here I'm going to put username as a text check. I'm going to hit this button insert text check after highlighting the text on the web page. I'm going to close the first transaction. Now I'm going to start second transaction. Let's provide the credentials. I'm going to hit login button. Meanwhile, you can see that there are just 64 events and they will go up as soon as I hit login button. Okay, so we are successfully log into the application. Again we have to put a text check. Close the transaction. Okay, now I'm going to create a new action for ticket booking. Okay, now everything will get recorded in this section. Now we have to give name to our transaction in such a way we are able to understand what is the user action. So our user action going to be clicking on flight option. So it's taking a little more time to get the request for click flight ticket option. Okay, our text check, closing the transaction. Now T4. Now here we are providing details and hit continue. Okay, I'm going to hit continue. Okay, so this is the flight page where we have to select the flight. I'm going to close previous transaction which is successful. Now T5, select flight. I selected the third one. I'm going to hit continue button. Now this is the payment page. Once again I'm going to close this transaction. T6 payment. I'm just going to hit continue on this. Now ticket has been booked. So finally invoice, close the transaction. Okay, so now the ticket has been booked, and now we have to record the another functionality, that is ticket cancellation. So I created a new user. Now it should be T8 click it nari. Okay, text check, closing the application. Now T9 cancel ticket. So I have to select this and click cancel check. Again a text check, closing the transaction. Now we have to log off. So I am going to create new transaction for this, new action for this, sorry, and then new transaction, log out. I'm going to hit sign off, another text check. So I'm going to hit stop button to stop recording. So script is generating now, you can see that. Okay, so this is our script we just recorded. So as I told you, we started our first transaction a bit late, so I have to replace it and put it just at the starting. And this is the comment that we have entered. And if you remember, we put a text check for login as a username, so this is it's here. Again, once we log into the application, we put welcome as a text check, so this is another variation point. Here is the start transaction, so here it's starting. This is a variation point, this is the request for login, and this is here we are closing it. Here is a fixed think time that got generated through our recording option. So we select for generate fixed think time after end of every transaction. So it's this one is getting recorded. Okay, so here is another action for booking the ticket. This is for cancelling the ticket. This is for logout, and we still have user init, action, and user end, in which nothing get recorded as we have not selected it. Okay, so this was just a recorded script and needs a lot of modification to make it work as real user. Modification includes parameterization, correlation, verification point, and so on. We will see them one by one in our upcoming tutorials. So just continue with that in our upcoming tutorial. Thank you.